to be beautiful. Believe me, and you can be. Beauty can be made.
Would you cripple yourself in the name of beauty?
Yes. And what about you? I hope so. It's really easier than it sounds. Are you ready? Good. Sit down. Catch your breath. And look into the mirror. Are your lips too full? Well, you can correct this. Just spread your fingers all over your face. Then, using both hands, stretch your skin until your arms are just plain tired. Have you got that?
Yep. It's Thursday. It's Thursday. It's Thursday. Let me get everything going here. Hey, I see some people up in here. Let me see if this is all working over here. Joanne, you're first. Congratulations. Congratulations on being first. First in the chat. Joanne, let me ask you, is that a number one after your name, or is that Joanne I or Joanne L? What is that? What is that supposed to be? So yeah, let me get some people in here. Let me know if everything's looking, sounding good. Am I a little, it's an L. Okay, Joanne L. Am I choppy? Is everything working okay? Sound, video? Abnorm, how are you, brother? Is everything working okay? Am I on the right side of the screen? I'm on the correct side of the screen, I believe. Oh, yes. Here we go. Thursday wine time. That's right. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Ian Shannon, what's up? All right. Tim, don't you see my text? I see your text now, Tim. If you're talking about a text to my phone, no, I don't see anything on my phone right now. Cheers, everybody. Now, honestly, Sophia got her a wrench. I really didn't have much to talk about today. I know we want to do this thing every Thursday, which I'm dedicated to. Had no real news to tell you or anything. I was hoping we were going to announce something today. Maybe that will be tomorrow. Maybe it'll be Monday. I don't know. Waiting for things to happen in the Devo world before I can tell you any more. No, I did not see the one before Joanne, Tim. Were you actually first? You guys want to have a fist fight? I think Tim and Joanne should have a fist fight in the chat to see to kind of settle the score on who was first in the chat today, because that's a major, that's a major issue. You know, like if you're first, you're first. But now if somebody's got a beef and they said they were first, but there's a technical glitch, it's got to come to fisticuffs up in here. That's how we solve things up in the chat. Cardinal Sin is up in here. Hello, brother. I hope you're feeling okay today. Can we talk about the actual date for Devotional, Joanne? No, we can't yet. But we will be able to in such a short amount of time. I'm just waiting for everything to come together. See, when these things are announced, often other things are announced at the same time. So I have to wait for other things to become solidified and a real thing before I can announce the other thing, because both things will be announced at the same time. So just be patient. Things will happen when they can happen. Ha! Mentions this. Oh, you were trying to talk about my friend back here, old crochet clown, trying to sever his head. Well, you're a hater, Tim. And haters belong in drama channels. So you start your own drama channel, you start hating on my clown. That's just what you do. You can hate on the clown on a drama channel. This is not a drama channel right here. No hating on the clown. No hating on anybody up in here. Cardinal can make a prediction, because you are, after all, a cardinal, a bird. Joanne, did you hear that from Tim? Tim just gave up the ghost. He surrendered. He said, Joanne, you're the one that matters, right? So there you go, Joanne. Now, one of the things I did do, I was rooting around today, trying to figure out what I was going to talk about. I was going to open some subscriber mail, but it didn't show up today like I thought it would. I was going to talk about some Devo news. Can't do that. So what I did was I just dug up some old concert photos from a photo album I had. And most of these were, if not all of them, were taken before I ever had a digital camera. I didn't really own a lot of real cameras back in the day when I was going to concerts, but every now and then I would have one at a show for whatever reason and take some pictures. So I pulled out a few interesting things that maybe we could look at in a little while. Yeah, Cardinal Sin, that prediction is untrue. So there you go. That was easy. That was an easy prediction to debunk. Yeah. Nope, not going to happen. So I hope everybody's been having a good week. It doesn't seem like it's been a week since we last did this. I've been so busy since last Thursday, kind of just constantly busy, with not really much free time in the day to, reflect on the week. So it just seems like, wow, it's Thursday already to me. I don't know if it seems like that to anybody else. Doog! And Tim throws a hot dog into the mix. Hey, Doog, thanks for showing up. I appreciate it, man. Assuming you're a man. I don't even know you're a man. Sorry about that. I appreciate it, kind person. There's Tavi from Finland. Taking pictures at a show with a film camera is cool. The stage light looks miles better than whatever I got with a phone camera. Well, don't say that until you see these pictures, because, back then you took a picture at a show. You didn't know if it turned out until a week or two later, when you could finally go to the drugstore to get them developed. So it wasn't like you were like, take a picture. Oh, that didn't work. Let me try it again. Take a picture. Oh, that didn't work. Let me try. It was just taking pictures, and then you get your film back and you go, oh, none of those work. They're all out of focus. The light's too bright, whatever. So it was rare when a picture came out, it really turned out to be something that you'd want to show people. What? You got Crown and burritos, Ian? I need some of both of those things. I haven't had Crown Royal in so long. I haven't had a beer in so long. Because those are my social, not only socializing drinks, because, wine is a social drink to me, but beer and liquor are like, if I'm drinking those, I got to go do something. I can't just be sitting around. I guess because there's a lot of sugar in that stuff. I don't know what it is, but I find it hard to just sit around and drink beer and or liquor. I have to be doing something, going somewhere, activity, socializing, blah, 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 all that stuff. Sophia's been diving into the Devo Presents Smart Patrol. Oh, yeah. I never really could figure out how to get that thing to work. So I never was a video game person in the first place, as you all know. So I never really dug into that game. Um, uh, yeah, Sophia, and feel free to mention your Devo website project you're working on, Sophia. You can drop that link in the chat if you want. Sophia's doing this great project with another Spud where they've developed this simple website that showcases old Devo websites, fan sites, the official Devo sites from years ago, through some kind of magic on the YouTube where you can go in the Wayback Machine and see these old websites. So it's kind of cool to look at that. I got lost in that site for a while when they first told me about it last week. You just updated it today. Great, Sophia. That's awesome. Let me see if I missed anybody. I want to say hello to everyone. Please lick that like button. Thanks. Thanks, Cardinal. Yeah, hitting that like button, that little thumb thing, I say it all the time. It makes the YouTube magic happen. It makes it swirl around and positive things happen on my channel. I get more views. I get more, all that stuff when you start hitting the likes for some reason. So that never hurts. Thank you in advance for clicking that thumbs up. I know it's a dumb thing to give something a thumbs up. I mean, it's pretty rudimentary, but somehow it works. I didn't get far in the game either, says Abnorm, referring to the Devo Smart Patrol game. I waited months for that to be released and gave up on it quickly. Yeah, I remember when that was being released, I wasn't yet working for the band, although I was a huge fan and I was kind of in touch with them. I think that somebody, I don't know if it was a fan or Jerry or somebody, sent me all the images and all the little video snippets, and I was able to watch and see everything that's in the game. I just never actually played the game. Somebody could lick the button. Hey, Japoople, is that how you pronounce that, Japoople? Because I really love the way that sounds. Hey, Japoople, how did you find out about this? Do I know you in real life, or did you just stumble up in here? But yeah, glad to see everybody. Really happy that everybody has showed up so far. I'm going to wait a few more minutes before we get into some photos. The song did you hear the song playing before? I didn't really do a test on the audio, so I don't know if it was even loud enough for you to hear. Japoople. I like that. Is that an actual name, or does that mean something? I like it. Do you still have those game assets? I don't know if I still have all the game assets, Sophia. They might be so old that they're on old floppy disks or some kind of media that is very archaic. I will try to remember to dig around and look for those. But if you need, I don't know how your website works, where you pull out all these old websites from the past, but I noticed, sometimes the pages are missing images. There's little, X's where the images should be. I don't know if there's any way I could help you with that, but if I can provide any images for you that you could fill in the blanks, I still have all those images from the old Devo sites. So I don't know if that's something we can look into, but email me about it or whatever. So great. So somebody said, Tim said the volume on the music was perfect. It's another song off this compilation. I played one last week from this compilation. And of course I played the band that I'm in, Silica Gel. This week we heard a little bit of Beauty Bugaboo. Beauty Bugaboo was the song we heard there. And what I did was we took a record. It was a beautification instructional record, really. And it was a woman telling you how to, remove the bags under your eyes, or, whatever, make your face beautiful. And so we cut up all of her instructions on how to beautify yourself and made her say ridiculous stuff, like if your eyes are too wrinkly, pull your eyelids over your face and whatever. Tim is throwing a 666 in there for some reason. Tim, I don't think you went to church enough this week. I think the fact that you're throwing 666 up in there for no apparent reason means you're on a downward spiral, and I will see you in hell. Japoople means absolutely nothing. That's right. I just love the way it sounds. It has such a ring to it. Japoople. Japoople. Yo, Japoople. But anyway, Japoople. I don't know. Let's see. Now, me and my friends were saying stupid stuff one time. We came up with Japoople. I didn't see your answer to the question that. Oh, maybe you didn't answer. I was just asking how you found this channel, or if I actually know you in real life. One cool thing about Devo, says my friend from Finland. One cool thing about Devo game is that it includes a continuous take of the peekaboo video shot from the front. Oh, okay. Well, man, I haven't looked at that sub in so long. That is, I would have to refresh my memory on that. Ja Poople, it's a keeper. That one reminds me of one time I collaged a bunch of stuff from a butcher book, and the picture had a bunch of meat on it. Well, are you familiar with the band Carcass, Duke? There's a death metal band, probably one of the first two original death metal bands. Probably Napalm Death and Carcass, I'm thinking might be the original two. Anyway, Carcass was infamous for having these album covers that would get banned. They would take pictures of raw meat and pictures of morgue photos and crime scene photos and just mix them all together. They were all vegetarians, so they didn't eat meat, and but they had cover with meat all over it and dead bodies and often got banned. Drink, Pilmer. Thank you for the reminder, Tim. Thank you. Yeah, Duke. Just Google some old Carcass album covers. I think, what are some of the early titles? Symphonies of Sickness. Google Symphonies of Sickness, and you'll see that cover. Hey, Good Seats, you're in here? I didn't see you. Hey, Good Seats. Yeah, I've got, I've got one of those, one or two of those band album covers in my collection, and I really love them. They're, you know, I'm not really one that's into gore much. You know, I never was into the Faces of Death videos that circulated in the 80s, 90s. I'm not really into gore, but Carcass does it with such style and finesse. You know, so great. Yeah, I love Guar, Duke. I used to follow Guar on tour in the mid to late 80s. Me and my friends were so into them, and you know they were from Virginia, which is just a drive, you know, a few hours drive from here. And we used to get my big Torino. I had a big Ford Torino car, and we would be so into Guar and what they were and their live shows that we would actually take these big Gatorade bottles or 2-liter bottles of you know, empty 2-liter bottles and fill them with our own fake blood, and we'd take them to the show and hide them somehow in our clothing or sneak him into the show and then take swigs out of the bottles of fake blood and then spit them back at Guar. So, oh, hey, Peter Graves. Oh, what's up? We haven't talked about much, Peter Graves. I haven't showed any photos or anything. I'm just shooting the crap with people. But anyway, yeah, I used to follow Guar. Somebody asked about Guar pizza. Oh, hi, Nick. How are you? Reek or Putrefaction is a great one too, and Symphonies of Sickness is a great one. So yeah, nobody's late, Peter. Relax. And Peter, I heard you got your turkey monkey sorted out. That's great. Yeah, Carcass, Guar, man. And again, following Guar in the 80s, we would drive from show to show. We'd maybe go see 2 or 3 shows in a row. We would pour the fake blood on my Torino, so it was just kind of running down from the roof all down the windows and the back window, and we would drive to the show like that. It was so fun. Ja Poople, wait, Ja Poople, are you somebody I know? I can't see if you ever answered that. Oh, just stumbled across it. Oh wow, cool. That's nice. Well, I hope you subscribe. I hope you give me a little thumbs up when you feel it. And thank you for coming by. So anybody else have a drink? I wish Anne was up in here. I know she would probably have a drink. Was Reverend Stang opening for Guar then? No, I don't remember that. Nope. I don't remember ever seeing Stang in a Guar show. Nick owes Peter Graves $2. Let that be known. Let that be known. Roy. Cheers, Ian. Cheers, my friend. And Ian, I've been meaning to scan those Wiffle Fist flyers for you. I've just been busy with other stuff, but I will get to it. I've got the folder of flyers right over there, and I will get to it eventually. Any questions at all before we start talking about some concert photos. 'Cause here they are, right here. I got a bunch of them. Well, not a bunch, but a few choice photos from the collection. Things I thought you guys might know, might relate to. Okay, Ian, cool. No rush. All right, yeah. Ian and I are working on. Uh, there was a record label that we did when we were in college. Me and Ian, my friend Skip, a bunch of friends of mine were involved in this record label called Wiffle Fist. And it wasn't really a record label. We didn't really pump out a bunch of releases, but every now and then our friends would get together and put together a 7-inch or a CD or a cassette, and we would release it on the label and play some shows and whatever. So that label, I believe, started in 1990, if I'm not mistaken. So on this 2020, our plan before this pandemic happened was for each month of this year, 2020, we would post something from the Wiffle Fist archives. Ian's been going through a bunch of audio stuff, cassettes, whatever, and I'm going through a bunch of graphics things. So eventually, sometime this year, sooner than later, I think we're going to start posting things from the Wiffle Fist archives, which a few people who know what Wiffle Fist is will get a kick out of, I'm sure. Let's see. Cool. 30 years ago, really? 30 years ago. My word. How old are we? We must be 100 years old if that was 30 years ago. All right, so do we want to get into the photos now? Or do we have something else we need to discuss before we do that? You guys let me know. I'm at your mercy tonight. I really, everything that I'd planned to really talk about tonight didn't happen yet, so. I know, old, drug out like that means really old, I guess. Sophia says, I've been able to get all the Devo rules and stuff, but I've never actually reached the true ending. Oh, you're still talking about that video game. Yeah, it's something, that game. It was really weird. I guess the Residents had a better luck with their game that was released right around the same time. But in any case, let's get into some photos, shall we? Are we ready? And I think these are in pretty much chronological order. And basically, I've just pulled out a few photos from a few shows, and I'll tell little stories about them here, okay? So here we go. First concert I ever saw that wasn't a small concert in somebody's basement or a little tiny club was Kiss in I believe this was January 78 or maybe December 77. So let me show you. I'll put it over here because I think the chat is on the other side. Let me know if you guys can see. So this is how far back I was. That's the stage right there. I was 9 years old, I believe, 9 or 10. And that's the stage. This is before the concert started when the lights were all on. You can barely see the stage. I mean, I don't think the camera's going to pick up. I don't think the camera's going to focus really on. Anyway, that's my vantage point to see Kiss in 1978, right? Way back in the back. And I remember we had to drive in a snowstorm, a Cleveland snowstorm to get there. So we were like 2 hours late to the show. We missed the whole opening band, or maybe we saw the last little bit of the opening band. But we missed a lot because of the snowstorm. But we did get there in time for Kiss. We did not get the greatest seats because of the snowstorm. But that was back when you could just go into a venue and sit wherever you wanted. There was no seating per se. It was all general admission. Okay, so more from that. Now, this one was as the show started, right? And I know it's not the best picture because, again, 1970 whatever, didn't have a great camera. It was way in the back. But you can see the Kiss letters there, KISS, lit up. Nothing on stage is really visible. It's all blurry and blown out. Here's another one where you can kind of barely see what's going on stage there. You can see the Kiss lights. And, I was having religious experiences. I couldn't believe I was in the same room with Kiss breathing their air. I was just, and so here's one. It's kind of funny. It's a horrible picture, but it's one of those flame shooter, flash pod things at the side of the stage going off, the big explosion of flames. And then this is these pictures are so bad, but this is the end of the show where Peter Criss's drum set rises up and then sparks fly out of it. So this is the lame little picture I shot of the sparks flying. You could barely see what's going on, but I was 9 years old, so I wasn't the best photographer. Um, so there's those. Moving on, now we're at 1986. This is when I saw Black Flag, Black Flag at a club called Kidnappers in Charlotte, North Carolina. It was February 3rd, 1986. And this photo was taken when I was doing an interview. It's kind of shiny. I'm trying to get the glare off of it. I was doing an interview with Henry Rollins at this point. And again, I was a teenager. I was probably 17, 16, I think, something like that. Anyway, I was interviewing him for my fanzine, my punk rock fanzine called Monthly Pain. And he was a really sweet guy, really nice, answered a few questions. I still have all the answers that he gave me on a cassette somewhere. And I remember the questions being really embarrassing to me because I was young. I didn't know what I was doing. Okay, this isn't really a concert, but this is pretty cool. Back in 1989, me and my girlfriend at the time, Diana, went to New York City to try to locate the location of a cover of an album that we loved. Okay, New York City. I'm seeing some questions in the chat. Hold on a second. Nick's first show is Devo. Pete's got his Turkey Monkey. Kiss Wall of Sound, yeah. Rise Above, great Black Flag song. I think Rise Above might be, man, it's hard to pick a favorite Black Flag song, but that one's up there. So anyway, as I was saying, does anybody know, can anybody tell me what street corner that what album cover this street corner was used on? Can you tell? I tried to take this photo at the very same angle that the album cover was taken on, but can anybody guess? That's it, Paul's Boutique. Right. So we tracked down. Now this isn't really where Paul's Boutique was located. Paul's Boutique was actually in Brooklyn. I don't know if you remember from the Beastie Boys album, but it says we're at Paul's Boutique and we're in Brooklyn. The little answer machine message that they have from Paul's Boutique. Well, Paul's Boutique was in Brooklyn, but this is in Manhattan. And the photo shoot for the album cover was actually taken in Manhattan, and a fake Paul's Boutique sign was put out there for the album cover. But, in 1989, that album was still pretty fresh. Fresh being new. It was new on the scene. So me and my girlfriend Diana went to Manhattan, and we searched that thing out. We went to Brooklyn, to Manhattan, back and forth, trying to figure out. We were asking people, where's Paul's Boutique? Where did it used to be? What was it? And finally found it. I'll show it to you one more time here. Paul's Boutique corner. And they're in Brooklyn, but not really. All right, next up is a show that I saw in 1995 in Winston-Salem, okay? Let me see if there's any, Ludlow and Rivington, you know where that is, Miko? And by the way, welcome. Thanks for coming. You know where that is? Wow. Let's see. Okay, so 1995 in Winston-Salem, I saw Parliament Funkadelic. I was right in the front row. And this was not a stage, like a big stage. These guys were maybe on a stage that was a foot off the ground, and I was standing right in front of them. So I could see George Clinton's boogers. I was so close. I could see his boogers. And when they were smoking joints on stage, I could smell it. I could inhale it. I was right there for the whole show. They probably played 3 hours or more. I remember it being a really super long show. But I was right in the front, and I got pictures of his boogers. And then here's, I can't remember this guy's name. He's the guy that always wore the diaper in Parliament Funkadelic. Man, I can't believe I can't remember his name. It's just not coming to mind. But he passed away years ago. He was really cool, and he did wear a diaper, as you can see here in this picture from the show. But yeah, I was right up there in front, man, and it was such a great experience. The more and more this COVID thing, this pandemic thing drags on. I know everybody's missing concerts, but looking at pictures like this, in the 90s when, you didn't really have internet or digital cameras, you had to rely on your wits with a real camera. I just miss shows like that. And I miss guys in diapers on stage, I got to tell you. I miss guys in diapers on stage. Okay, moving right along. Is this okay? Is this fun? Are people enjoying this? I hope so. Um, People are talking amongst themselves here while I'm talking about pictures. Let me just see if I'm missing anything. Yeah, Miko, guest, Paul's Boutique. Yep. Gary Scheider, that's right. Thank you, Japoople. Gary Scheider, the diaper man, he was called. Yeah, he was awesome. And that was a long time ago then, but I remember thinking when I saw that in 1995, wow, this guy looks great for his age. He's still wearing the diaper. These guys are rocking out just like it was 1970s, 80s. I was really impressed with the show. And I've seen Parliament Funkadelic a few times over the years. Always great. All right, now this next one is from 1996, February. It was at a club called the Brewery in Raleigh. And it is, I'm not sure how many people of you guys know this. I'll see if you can guess. Who knows who this is? Trying to get the camera to focus on it here. Who knows who that is? Oh, Abnorm. I saw the Styx Mr. Roboto tour. I saw that tour in Charlotte, North Carolina. It blew my mind. I was in the front row, and no, that's not Rudy Ray Moore, Abnorm. It's not Rudy Ray Moore. Somebody take a guess. Oh, that's it. Okay, Rock Over London. My Finnish friend. He knows who it is. Rock On Chicago. Anybody? Chubby Checker? No, it's not Chubby Checker. Okay, am I gonna have it, or me or Mr. Impaled Nazarene from Finland? Are we gonna have to tell you who this is? Nobody knows. Okay, this is. Any more guesses? Any more guesses? This is Wesley Willis. Wesley Willis is a guy from Chicago who had, some kind of mental condition that made him kind of a crazy genius. He had outbursts. He had these Tourette syndrome outbursts in public where he would curse at people or do crazy shit. And he also was a musician, and he wrote music that was extremely repetitive in every way. And he would just get on this Casio or whatever cheap keyboard he had and put the beat on, and then just riff lyrics over it. And most of his lyrics were very, like I said, very repetitive. Like he had a song called Kiss the Llama's Ass or something. And the lyrics were kiss the llama's ass, 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 kiss the llama's ass. Every now and then they'd throw something else in there that was fairly offensive or ridiculous. But so anyway, in this picture, he's reading his lyrics. He had these notebooks with him at all times. Here's another picture of him with the notebook. He had these notebooks when he played live. They were just spiral bound paper notebooks. And he would, I remember at one show, I have other pictures somewhere that show these notebooks laying folded out at his feet so you could see the lyrics. And each lyric was written out. It wasn't like, kiss the llama's ass times 5. It was kiss the llama's ass, kiss the llama's ass, kiss the llama's ass, kiss the llama's ass. It was all handwritten by him on lined, spiral bound paper. Amazing. But he passed away years ago. He was also known for his artwork. He would draw these nice perspective drawings of Chicago buildings, buses, traffic scenes. The perspective drawings where you would put a dot on the horizon and then everything kind of goes from that dot on a perspective angle. I'm not sure you guys know what I'm talking about, but anyway, Google Wesley Willis and his artwork and you'll see what I mean. He was quite talented as far as that goes. Moving right along. You guys ready for more? Yeah, Schizo IIRC. Right. I didn't know what it was called. I saw Wesley Willis rock band live in concert as well, but I really prefer his, the Wesley Willis solo stuff where he was just at the keyboard with the repetitive drum beat and then reading those lyrics out of his spiral notebook. It was one of the best things ever. I actually was able to give Wesley Willis a CD of my band Silica Gel because back then, what was it, 96? The CD had just come out maybe 2-3 years before that. So I was giving him out to people whenever I could. And he was a fan of all kinds of music. And so I met him before the show. He just happened to be out by the merch booth doing one of his drawings. And he always usually had headphones on, plugged into his Walkman, his CD Walkman. And I walked up and he looked up at me and I handed him a CD of my band. I said, he took his earphones off, and I said, Wesley, I just wanted to give you a CD of my industrial band in case you like it. And he, right that moment, took the cellophane off of it, plopped the CD in his player, put it on, did a couple more minutes of drawing, and then took the things off, took the CD out, thanked me, put it in his bag, and then went back to what he was doing. It was so cool. All right, so this show here, 1996, in August of 1996. This was in Raleigh at a club called the Caboose. I'm going to do this again. I'm going to show the picture and see if you guys can guess who it is, okay? Where's the booze? Eddie, it's right here. You got some too, Eddie? Let's drink. Thanks for the reminder to drink, people. I need that every now and then because I just get to talking and I can't remember to drink. So please be a bad influence on me and remind me to drink, right? All right, so who's this? Again, I saw this 1996 at a club called the Caboose in Raleigh, North Carolina. Trying to get the camera to focus on this. Anybody? Oh, yeah, Eddie got it. I knew Eddie would get it. Eddie, the AC fan. That's the Mentors. That is El Duce of the Mentors. He was the lead singer. And yeah, this was a fantastic show. I was able to talk with him. This is shortly before he died or was killed. And I talked to him before or after the show. I think it was before the show that I had a conversation with him about Devo. And he liked Devo. And then I asked him about, if he had ever, what were some of his favorite memories of playing shows. And since we were talking about New Wave and stuff, he said, oh, Wall of Voodoo. Wall of Voodoo used to get us to open for them. It's such a funny story. He said Wall of Voodoo loved the Mentors. And he thinks that they loved the Mentors because they knew the Mentors would piss off their whole audience of New Wave fans, right? So they would hire the Mentors to open for them just for shits and giggles and just to laugh, right? So he was like, yeah, we'd be up there playing and their fans would be, really pissed and throwing stuff. And the Wall of Voodoo guys would be at the side of the stage laughing their ass off. And so that was cool. But yeah, El Duce was had a fairly, colorful reputation. And I don't know if he was a nice guy all the time, but he sure was nice to me when I talked to him. And he actually told me something. This was right, shortly after, I guess, Kurt Cobain was killed or killed himself or whatever happened there. And I swear I remember El Duce telling me that, Courtney Love offered him a certain amount of money to kill Kurt Cobain. And I remember him telling me this, and I thought, I don't know what I thought. I just thought, wow, that's a trip. What the hell? What's that about? And then, of course, weeks later, he was dead. So I don't know what happened there, but I'm just telling you what I remember. My feeble brain remembers that. Moving on. Are we having fun? Hey, Ann. Look, Thursday's going to have to be your day for drinking, Ann. And when are we going to the beach, by the way? Let's get that together. All right. Ann, you're 50. It's over now. Yeah, once you get to be my age, you really feel it. All right. Everybody's saying hi to Ann. Ann, thank you so much for showing up. Hey, 27's in the house. Howdy. Nice to see you. Thanks for showing up. I've showed a few pictures so far. I've got a few more to go. I've got at least 10 or so to go. So, yeah, I'll continue on. Nick, see you later, man. I'll talk to you soon. We'll be in touch. As soon as I know when we can announce stuff, I will let you know and all that stuff. Oh, crap. There's a spider on my desk, and I want to get him off my desk. Come on, spider. Now, here's what I do. Hold on a second, guys. I'll show you how I catch spiders. Hold on. Okay, guys. Hold on a second. This is my spider catcher. And it works almost every time. Hold on. Oh, my goodness. This is a fast one, this guy. He's a fast one. Oh, where'd he go? Hold on. I got to get him. Oh, man. All right. I'll have to try again later. But yeah, This thing's great for catching bugs. I catch them in here, I put an album cover or something over it, and then I throw them outside. That's how I deal with bugs. I don't kill them. I don't kill the bugs. That's bad karma. Okay, so anyway, waiting for the spider to bite me, which is not going to be great. Put that over there. Okay, back to the pictures, right? Anne has a terrible situation. What are you talking about? Terrible situation, Anne? Christy, hey, happy birthday to you as well. Come on now, come on. 50 is not bad. All right, so moving on from the Mentors show. I've got more stories about that Mentors show, but that might be a whole video unto itself. Yellow Dome, I got to talk about Yellow Dome. Oh, this was just a, back when we were getting energy domes made in North Carolina. One of the first times I went to the plant to see how they were being made. The guys at the plant had a stack of like random sheets of plastic. And I don't know if you can see, but this is textured. It's got a little texture to it. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I don't think you can see it. But anyway, it's textured, rough, plastic. And I just had them throw a bunch of random pieces into the mold maker, into the vacuum forming thing. And so I got like a black textured one, a yellow textured one. I think I have might have a clear one somewhere. But anyway, it was just random ones that they made for me just for fun. But that's been my bug catcher for years. Okay. Everybody's happy birthday and everybody. That's cool. All right, now, these next pictures aren't actually pictures from a concert, but they were from the hotel when me and my friends were going to see the concert. And it's just a couple of them here. I really should have dug more of these out with more of my friends involved. But here's the two I pulled out. This was September 28th, 1996 in Greensboro when we went to see Kiss. And so we dressed up. And here's me dressed up. And this is back when I had kind of a mushroom haircut where it was brown on top and longer and then short on the sides. And I dyed it green and pink on the sides. So like the back of my head was like, two colors, pink and green. And I decided to be Gene Simmons, but I couldn't really do the whole Gene Simmons costume. So I went as Dr. Love. So I was a doctor and I spit blood all over myself. This is after the concert, after I'd spit up all over myself. And this is before the concert right here. So anyway, went to the concert as Dr. Love, puked blood. My little name tag there says Dr. Love, and puked blood on myself. And it was a great time. And I remember that show being excellent. There was all original Kiss members, Ace Frehley, Peter Criss, Paul, Gene. It was just like dream come true for me. At some point, I ran from my assigned seat, which was pretty far back, up to the front. And I got to be within like a few feet of Gene Simmons, and I just felt like, the rock and roll gods blessed me, and it was awesome. And then puked a bunch of blood all over myself as we were leaving the venue. As people were all walking out with each other, I just vomited all this blood all over myself. People were like, "Oh yeah, Dr. Love." So it was a good time. And I think, speaking of Kiss makeup, I'll just show you this again. I dressed up as Kiss probably almost every Halloween from the time when I was a kid to college. And even in college, I was still dressing up as Gene Simmons for Halloween. So I got the makeup down pretty good. And all the techniques they used with their makeup, I had that shit down pat. I was professional. Okay, so mushroom hair, Joanne said. Yeah, I had all kinds of nicknames when I had that hair. And I remember why I did that haircut. I was at college, my first year in college, and I had just normal curly brown hair, right? And I remember it was so hot and humid one day, I borrowed some clippers from a girlfriend of mine who had a shaved punk rock head, and I started shaving around the sides, and then I just left the top on there, and I thought it looked hilarious. I thought it was just like, well, nobody's got this haircut. I'm just going to rock this for a while. I ended up having that haircut for, I don't know, a decade or more or something. I never let go of it because it was so ridiculous. I couldn't get over it. All right, so we're moving on here with the Hey, Cardinal Sin, you saw Guar the Outhouse in Kansas. Oh, yeah. See, the only time I saw Guar was here in the East Coast, southeast dates. I didn't really drive too far, but we did follow him around Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, that area. But wow, thanks for the tip, Cardinal. I appreciate that. Hope you're enjoying yourself here tonight. Okay, so this here is from the 90s. I want to say this is probably 98. Oh, there's the spider. Hold on. Oh, he's a quick one. Man, this guy is not messing around. Come on, spider. You don't know I'm just trying to help you, brother. I'm just trying to help you, spider. All right, well, he'll come bite me when he's ready, and then I'll throw him outside. Okay, so back at it. Oh, and by the way, people, I would appreciate it if you just got in the room here and you're just hanging out. If you could give me a thumbs up, it makes the YouTube magic go crazy, and it's a positive thing. So thank you. Yes, rest in peace, Dave Brocky, for sure. Oh, Cardinal, you're so sweet. Kiss outfits inspired the Klingons. That's what I've heard. I've heard somebody talking about Klingons and Kiss being, related there somehow. Thank you for the tip, Cardinal. That's pretty sweet. Whoa, there's that spider again. It's like this spider is one of those black ones that's really quick. Hold on. Come on, spider. Get in the dome. Get in the dome. Get in the dome, kid. Hold on. I almost got him. I almost got him, guys. Oh, shit. Oh, he's a quick one. Oh, come on, spider. Get in the dome, brother. I'm trying to help you. Hold on. This is ridiculous. Leave it to the spider to come at me when I'm like streaming, right? But he's like running all over my desk crazy like. I'm going to get him. I'm going to save his ass. I'm not going to kill him. I'm going to work hard to save his ass because I know karma comes back around at you if you kill a spider. You don't want to kill spiders. But I am prepared to get bit. Okay, so thank you again, Cardinal, for the tip. Yeah, I know. I always throw bugs and spiders out. Every now and then, if it's a cockroach, I might spray it with poison, but I really don't like to do that. I like to catch them and throw them out. But I hardly ever see cockroaches here, so that's great. All right, so this, as I was saying, this next show that we're going to talk about, I thought I just, I thought I just felt something touch my leg. I'm all paranoid about him, because he's quick, man. He's running around. Oh, is that him? Oh, I see him. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Hold on. I think I might be able to get him. Oh, he's up in the pictures. Oh, he's in the wine. Oh, there he goes. Fucking A. Oops, pardon my French. I don't know. I can't believe I'm dealing with this damn spider right now. Okay. More wine, right? We got to drink more wine. We can't let this spider keep us down. Man, I am prepared. I am prepared to... Oh, there he is. There he is. Come on, spider. Damn. All right, let's get back to the photos, all right? I'm sorry, guys. Did you just lose sight of it or something? Yeah, well, it keeps running around. It's like a really quick spider. He's really hyperactive. He's just running back and forth across my my desk table here. Anyway. Sorry, guys. All right. To the pictures, okay? I'm guessing this is 1998 or somewhere around there. I was in New York City on a business trip, and I just happened to stumble upon a Dickies show, and I couldn't believe it. So I went to this Dickies show, and here's a great picture of Leonard Graves Phillips of the Dickies with his Stuart Dick puppet. Again, late 90s in New York City. I believe the club was called Coney Island. But yeah, there's Leonard with his Dick puppet. And, nowadays I work for these guys, and I talk to Leonard quite a bit, at least typically once every week or so, and sometimes more than that, but yeah, he's a great guy. I'm glad to know Stan. And then speaking of the Dickies, here's another one from the show. Here's Stan Lee, the great Dickies guitar player here, founder of the Dickies, at that show in the late 90s. I was so tickled to stumble upon that show while I was on that business trip. Couldn't believe it. 666 drink, you know that, right? Okay, so I don't want the spider to bite me because those spider bites are a mole fuck. You know what I'm saying? They are a mole fuck. Spider bites are not fun. But I still won't kill him over that. I still won't kill him over that. Okay, next up. I didn't date this one either, but this is the same era, late 90s. This was somewhere in California. I can't remember exactly where. Maybe San Francisco, maybe LA. But I was kind of in touch with Jane Weedland of the Go-Go's. And I believe, I can't remember how I got in touch with her. Maybe it was a news group or something that she was on, but I sent her a t-shirt because I found out she was a big science fiction fan. And the company that I worked for at the time was a software company called Alien Skin. And we made some t-shirts, some promotional t-shirts for our company that had a bad word on the front of it. And anyway, I sent Jane one, and she, hold on, I'm trying to find, I've one of the pictures is out of order here. Where is it? Where is it? Hold on, guys. Lost track of something here. Okay. Well, anyway, this is the important one. Oh, here it is. Okay. So here, this is the first time I met her right before I sent her the t-shirt. So I was wearing the t-shirt in this photo. This is 1996. And let's see, I don't know if you can see. The t-shirt says, I don't know if you can see it. Anyway, the t-shirt says, "I'm from fucking outer space." And she, look how wee she is. Look how tiny she is compared to me. Anyway, she liked the t-shirt, so I sent her one. So next time I went to California, I contacted her and said I was coming out. And she's like, "Oh, that's great. We're doing another show. I'll put you on the list." And then she wore the shirt. She wore the shirt I sent her in concert. And there you can barely see it. It says, "I'm from fucking outer space." But yeah, she was great. Always loved Jane Weedland. Always had a huge crush on her. Tiny yet powerful. Jane Weedland is. Yes. Oh, she is great. Okay, so there's that. And now I've kind of gotten these out of order a little bit, but no worries. We're just going to keep plowing through here. Now this is 1994 at the brewery, a club called the Brewery in North Carolina. And oh, man. What did I need for Aurora? How do I know you, Aurora? Did you just fall up in here? You need a glass tumbler and a piece of paper for the spider. Yeah, I know, but the dome works really well. The energy dome works really well to catch these things. But man, now I'm not sure where he is. Hold on. So I'll make sure he's not under my laptop. Nope. I'll get him eventually. Anyway, so the brewery, Raleigh, North Carolina, November 1994. One of my favorite bands, Cop Shoot Cop, was playing. And during these days, they would stay at my house, our party house called Pine House. They would always stay there, maybe 2 or 3 years in a row when they toured. And we would always trade t-shirts. This guy, Nats, he was one of the 2 bass players in the band. He and I would always trade t-shirts. So I think he gave me a Scraping Fetus Off the Wheel shirt, and I gave him this shirt that I designed that says "Classic Rock is for Pussies." So he wore the "Classic Rock is for Pussies" shirt during the Cop Shoot Cop show. And I have one more picture from this show. Oh, here we are. And there's Cop Shoot Cop with my sock monkey on stage. Chumpy. Chumpy's having a good time with Cop Shoot Cop there. There's the shirt, "Classic Rock is for Pussies." And, yep, Cop Shoot Cop, 1994, good times. And I still love that band. Sophia, spread the word. Yes, I shall. Okay, tiny yet powerful. Okay, I'm just trying to keep up on the chat here, you guys. If I missed anything important, tag me in a post, and I'll check it out. All right, so moving right along. Another great show. I only have one from this show, and damn it, I didn't write the date on the back of this picture, but this is, again, probably 1990s. This is Mighty Joe Young of the mighty band Anti-Scene, who influenced me heavily when I was a teenager. Now, this guy, Joe Young, rest in peace, passed away a few years ago. He taught me how to play guitar. He taught me one chord, the power chord, when I was a teenager, and he was a really sweet guy. And he's the reason I started bands. Really, him and Jeff Clayton of Anti-Scene were the people that kind of convinced me that I could start a band. Did I just get bit? I think I just got bit. Oh man, I just got bit. I just got bit on the leg. Ah! Okay, I might die here on the stream. Moving right along. Rest in peace, Joe Young. I have some great photos of the Dickies from when they played at Bottleneck. Oh, you know what, Gil, Cardinal, if you could send me those via email, if any of them are really great, I will put a couple of them on the Dickies website if you want. We have a nice gallery there with a bunch of live photos and collectible stuff and whatever. So anyway, this next show was 1998, June of 1998 at Cat's Cradle, and this is a black metal band called Vader. I like Vader a lot. I've only seen them the one time, but let me show you this. Okay, so this is their one of their guitar players, right? And see his hair, how it's blowing like that. Well, these guys, this is a tiny, pretty small club, and these guys had these super powerful fans, these blowing, circulating fans, pointed right up at them so that their hair would blow, in the wind while they were playing these crazy black metal guitar solos, and it was really fun to watch. And I tried to get a couple pictures of his hair, blowing in the. I mean, it was just amazing looking, all the hair these guys had. And so here's another great hair shot from the Vader show. Look at this guy rocking out. Look at his hair, going nuts. It's like he stuck his toe in an electrical socket or something. Look at that. That is rock and roll right there. Those shows, man, black metal and death metal shows are super fun to me. Ow, now my leg itches and it's getting a little red dot on it. Oh well. The things I do for YouTube. I'll sit here and get bit by spiders. I don't care. All right, so that was Vader. Now this is at the same show, and I can't remember the name of this band. It's Incanta something. I can't read my own handwriting on the back, but there's another metal band I saw. They were opening for Morbid Angel, and also Vader was opening for Morbid. So it was Morbid Angel, this band Incantu something, and Vader, this band, and Morbid Angel, and it was a great show. Great show. All right, now the last little batch of photos I have here are from a show in New York City in the year 2000, August 5th, 2000, is where this band played at a club called the Continental, which was a really great club in New York City. Maybe it was Poisonous Ann, who knows? This will be my last live stream ever. Sure is itchy. Anyway, I was in New York City on a business trip probably, and just happened to fall up into this Raunch Hands show. And I've been a Raunch Hands fan for many years, since the 80s when I saw them open for Susie and the Banshees. And I don't know who put that together. Raunch Hands and Susie and the Banshees, two totally different spectrums, two totally different audiences for the most part. Anyway, this is a show at the Continental, and these guys were known for their drinking. There's Mike Chandler right here, rest in peace. He died somewhat recently, last few years. And this is Mike Mariconda, I believe. I can't remember how to pronounce his name, Mike. Sorry if you're seeing this, but Mike Mariconda and Mike Chandler, and they were drinkers, and they were drinking here, and they were having a good time. Let me see, get that glare off there. And they were jumping around and having a great show. And here's the singer really giving it his all here. Again, the Raunch Hands. If you're at all into like psychobilly, cowpunk, horns and guitars and screaming, great stuff. Now this is a good photo because it's the singer, Mike Chandler, giving the guitar player some beer as he's playing guitar on stage in front of everybody. Yeah, they were drinkers, hardcore. And then, so while this was happening, while they're playing on stage right in front of me, I'm in the front row, I happen to have some of the very first I Threw Up stickers that me and my girlfriend at the time, Diana, ever made. And what we did was we screen printed the I Threw Up bubble on a bunch of sticker paper and then took scissors and actually cut out each little sticker. So we didn't have a whole lot of them, but we took them and we used them sparingly, right? So while Mike, the guitar player, is playing, fairly drunk, I was able to somehow reach over and stick this I Threw Up sticker on his guitar, right on the cap that was on his guitar. I mean, I couldn't believe I could do it without him even knowing I did it. He never saw me do it. And years later, when they released they were going to release a CD of a live concert. I happened to find him on Facebook, and I sent him this picture. I sent him a scan of this picture, and I told him the whole story about how he was playing a concert and he was wasted, and I stuck this on his guitar, and he was like, "Man, I wondered where that came from." He was like, it was totally. After the show, he noticed it was on there, and he was like, "I wondered where that came from. I wondered if I stuck it there and didn't remember. I couldn't figure it out." So then I got them this picture just in time for them to use this as the back cover of their CD. I can't remember what it's called right now, but it's a live concert CD that was put out in the early 2000s, possibly. I couldn't believe they used my photo of the I Threw Up sticker on the record. So that was a rock and roll victory for me. You know, so that's the photos I have. I hope you enjoyed them. Bird's nest on our outdoor AC, so we can't use the AC. Oh, that's sweet of you guys. Yeah, I couldn't disturb that either. It's just a matter of time before they'll be out of there and you'll be able to use it again. But yeah, that's, I don't know why some people aren't like that. I don't know why people enjoy stomping on bugs, and I've never been that way. I just, although I don't have a whole lot of respect for a lot of humanity, I really have a lot of respect for animals, so, or bugs or whatever, except for the one that just bit me, because now it's itchy. I never did find that son of a gun. He's probably in my underwear right now. I'm probably sitting on him. Who knows? Cardinal Sin. I'll take photos of the photos. Oh, no, don't take photos of the photos. Oh, you don't have a scanner. Oh man, photos of the photos wouldn't work. That wouldn't look right. I wonder if maybe next time you send me something in the mail, send me the photos. I'll scan them and send them back to you. Maybe that would work. If you're worried about it, send them via FedEx or something. But ow, my spider bite is bugging me. I can't believe I got bit by the spider on stream. That is so dumb. Anyway, I'm gonna find him eventually. All right, so I gotta drink this and I gotta pour another glass. Okay. How are we doing here? Insects, Sophia says, insects are in general better than humans, except for wasps. They should all die. I know wasps are a mother and you know what? I fortunately for the last many years, for most of the years, have had Orkin service on my house. So every couple of months, I pay them $70, and they go through and they check for bugs and they knock down wasps' nests and all that stuff. But now since the pandemic and since I lost so much income from the music industry being shut down, I had to cancel my Orkin service for a while. But they understand that eventually I'll get back with them. And but yeah, that's how I deal with wasps. I don't deal with them myself. I don't spray poison at them or anything. I'll just call Orkin and they'll knock the nest down and do what they have to do. But yeah, wasps, that is not good news if there's one of those in the house. So, but I still try to catch them. Or at least I try to open a window and get them to fly out, right? Okay, Cardinal, you have a trick? Okay. Okay, cool. If you can handle that, I just want the photos to be nice and crisp and at the right perspective, not angled or anything. So there's pretty good photos on the Dickies site if you want to go check it out. It's thedickies.com. So go check out that gallery if you want to. Aurora, can I ask you something? And I asked you before, but I don't know if you answered already. I've kind of lost track of the chat. How did you find this stream, and have you been here before? I don't recognize your name right off the bat. So tell me the story there. Let's see if I missed anything. Dude knows Vader, cool. Let's see. Yeah, the spider. Yeah, the spider, and the spider is still around here. Use something small like an old soup container. Oh, to get the spider. Well, the dome is actually easier to catch the spider because it gives me more wiggle room. You know, it's a bigger hole for him to walk into. But yeah, he's gone. He bit me and I left. So I don't know what's going on there. But let's top this glass of wine off. Thanks, Cardinal, for the tip. I appreciate that. Um, for the tip monetarily and for the tip in using a small container. I appreciate that. But yeah, this dome has worked so well over the years. And the thing is once I get the bug in the dome, once I get him in there, all I gotta do is just keep jiggling it just a little bit like this, so the bug doesn't have good footing, and so he can't really climb out. So I just keep jiggling until I get to the door, or my back door, and then I just throw him out. So this thing tends to work really good. I've even caught a mouse in here, a live mouse. I'll tell you a story. You guys ready for another story, or are we bored with stories? I'll tell you another story. So a couple years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, when I was getting my downstairs redone, basically, I had everything ripped out, the floor ripped out. I wanted to do everything all over again. It really needed an overhaul, right? So there was a period of time, I want to say months and months, maybe even a year, where I got to the point where I tore the floor out, all the carpet was gone. It was just raw floor with a few holes here and there where we had to do some patchwork or whatever. And I kind of ran out of money to finish the project, so it was just sitting dormant with kind of these little openings here and there in the floor. So basically, the cats were not allowed downstairs. I kept them upstairs all the time, but mice would get in to the house, and so the cats would bring me mice up here, live ones. I don't know if they ever brought me a dead one. I think they would always bring me live mice up here, and the 2 times they did bring the mice up here, I was able to catch the mice in this. I mean, it was the craziest thing because mice can run up a wall, they can do all kinds of stuff. But I think the mouse was so petrified of the cat that eventually it just sat in a corner of a room, motionless, and I was able to just scoop him up in here and throw him out. I took him way, way, way out in the backyard. So hopefully I saved his ass that time. Hopefully he did not return. I have some great photos. Okay, I saw that one. Let me see what else I've missed here, everybody. Sorry for falling behind. After you catch the spider, slip a firm piece of cardboard and take it down the street so it doesn't get back in your house. Yeah, I don't do that much. I mean, Cardinal, I just kind of pitch it out the back, I'm not going to run down the street with it or anything. I've never had a problem with it coming back. I've never had any repeat visitors. I think they appreciate the fact that I didn't kill them, and they're like, okay, respect. I won't visit you again. Okay, so I'm London, fan of Devo. Oh, okay, so you just, okay, I need to put vinegar. I don't have any vinegar. Oh, man. Thanks for the tip, Aurora, but yeah, I got no vinegar. I'm not really a cook, so I don't really have a bunch of that kind of stuff around, cooking stuff. Incantation, that's what the band was called. Thank you, Ian. I couldn't read my own handwriting. Who's talking about Skeeter on my Peter, Abnorm? It wasn't a Skeeter, it was a spider, and he was not on my Peter, he was on my back of my calf. He bit me right there. He was just saying bye, maybe. That was his way of saying, all right, see you later, dude. God, do I feel him again down there? Now I'm paranoid about it. Cheers, everybody. Oh, and Aurora, London. It must be pretty late there, huh? You're up pretty late, Aurora. I miss London. I haven't been there in quite a few years, and I miss it. Every time I go to London, I have a great time, meet the greatest people. I love English accents. Can't get enough of English accents. Love it. I dated a girl once with an English accent, and that was one. Oh, I could just listen to her talk for hours. I just loved it. Totally into the English. Peter Graves, are you leaving or something? You just said cheers. Not sure what you're cheersing me. Oh, cheers because of this. Right. Gotcha. All right, so crochet clown's in the house. Tim hates him. Everybody else loves him, right? Everybody give your love to the fucking clown over here. Give your love to the crochet clown. Give your love to the crochet clown. Y'all give your love to the crochet clown. Give your love to the crochet clown. Come on. That's right. He's just chilling. He's minding his own business back there. He's good. He hasn't been drinking tonight, the clown. He's totally sober. You could probably tell. He's totally sober. Cardinal Sin. They will make webs near your porch house. Walk them down the street. Yeah. Okay. We'll try to do that next time, Cardinal. See, Sophia loves the crochet clown. See? Tim's the only hater in here because he loves the drama of hating. Ha! Okay, let's take a vote. If Tim is still in here or if he's not, let's take a vote. Who thinks my friend Tim should start his own YouTube drama channel where he can just talk about how he hates the clown, you know, any kind of problems or drama that he's having in his life, he could talk about on his channel and people would watch, right? People would watch that stuff. Duke loves any clown, even a crochet clown Duke loves. See, we got love for the clown here. Tim, my friend Tim, we got love for the clown up in here. This room is all love for the clown. There's no hate in the clown. There's no hate in the clown up in here. I don't care for the clown, but I don't quite hate it. That's good. But he's a crochet clown. It's not just any clown. I mean, the crochet aspect of the clown is like brilliant. Freaks me out. Well, Anne, you don't have to talk to the clown. I'll talk to the clown, okay? But besides, I probably freak you out, and freaking you out should be a pleasant thing. That should be a positive. Clown 1, Tim 0. Ah! Jesus, I'm glad you guys are hanging out with me right now. I wouldn't be laughing like this if I was by myself. Oh, wait, I am by myself. Okay, everybody. I have a sneaky suspicion that my phone is getting low on battery, as it usually does around this time, around an hour or something in. So let me plug it up. Now, I would like to see a clown hater channel from Tim. Yes! Tim, where are you? Let's get your feedback here. Where did you fall asleep? Let's get your feedback, Tim. People want you to start a clown hate channel where you just hate on the clowns. You can start with my crochet clown if you like. I'm totally willing to let you use him for content to start your channel. Yes, Anne, you agree that Tim should start a clown hate channel? Just full of hate for clowns. Like, clown lives don't matter. You know, like he could just do that whole shtick. And I think he, you know, I would subscribe to the channel. Even though I love the clown, I would subscribe to a clown hate channel if Tim started it. But Tim's already gone from the chat. He's not even here anymore. Who knows what he's doing? Clown lives, well, clown lives matter, but not to Tim. You know, this is ideas for Tim's channel, okay? Well, where are we now in this whole thing here? Is everybody having a fun time? I have to adjust the light really quick. Hold on a second. Oh, there was this light that was in my eye. It was in my eye, and I kept trying to remember to fix it, but I didn't. All right, so let's see. Our viewership is starting to drop off a little bit. That tells me that maybe we should wrap this up soon. What's the vote there? You know, we've been doing this for over an hour. We haven't really had much to say. We've had some little pictures to show you, some spider chasing, but you know, I got nothing. You know, I got nothing. What are we thinking, people? Anything happening in the chat here? I'm not seeing anything happening in the chat. Oh wait, Cardinal Sin. What do you think would win in a battle between the Slack and the Devo punks? Why were they fighting anyway? I thought those people would get along. It should be like the hillbillies and the Devo punks, or it should be like the Republicans and the Devo punks, or it should be like, you know, the frat boys. And why are subgenius people fighting with Devo? I don't get that. What is going on in this world? What is going on when the subgeniuses are fighting with the Devos? You know, that's just crazy to me. Crazy. That's crazier than that crochet clown. It totally is. Because they can. Joanne, you're right. Anything can happen in science fiction world because it's fiction. So let me ask you this. People who are still here watching and people who saw the photos, what was your favorite photo that I showed or favorite story that I told tonight about the photos. Cardinal, I had to go pack up some. Cardinal, yeah, sure, I'll give you another 30 minutes. As long as my phone and the internet holds up, I'll give you another 30 if you like. Of course, Cardinal. All you got to do is ask. I'm pretty easygoing, you know? As long as I don't get bit by a spider again and pass out from pain or whatever. Morphine sounds great, by the way. I had to go back upstairs for my morphine. I got addicted to morphine once when I was, I may have told this story on a stream before, but when I was in college, and my lung collapsed in 1990. I had this spontaneous lung collapse. I went to the hospital, and while I was in the hospital for several weeks, I caught the virus or whatever that gives you warts. I had never had warts before in my life, but when I got out of the hospital, I started getting them all over my fingers, the tips of my fingers, right on the pads of your fingers where you're the most sensitive. And it was the most hellish thing I went through. I had warts for maybe a couple, 2, 3 years, and I would continuously get them burned off, frozen off, cut out, anything to fight them. And it was so painful every time I had that done that the doctors would give me morphine. And I got so addicted to morphine. It was such a great feeling. Took all the pain away of my fingers. It was weird because the pain was gone, but I could still feel the pressure, like pounding in my fingers when I would get those procedures done. And anyway, the morphine was great. And I remember when I had to get off the morphine, I actually went through withdrawals. I went through like shakes and like, it was weird. I just, but morphine's good. Just don't get addicted to it because it's hard to come off of. Cardinal Sin is good people. That's right. He is good people. Everybody that comes to my chats are good people. I think we've only had 1 or 2 bummers in here that were just randos that fell up in here and tried to start trouble. But we have good people here. We got good people. I don't hang out with garbage. Unless you're talking about Tim the Clown Hater. But he's gone. I don't think he's even here anymore. He's not going to even fight his case. He loses interest after a little while, and then he just wanders away. You think morphine sounds good? Want to trade for a broken ankle? Oh my God. Wait a second. How long ago did you break your leg or your ankle, Cardinal? Oh my goodness. You always have such bad luck with the health thing going there. I mean, morphine does sound good, but broken ankles and legs don't sound good. Morphine was great. I remember taking some morphine, and I was dating a girl at the time, and she was from New York. She was a kind of a skinhead punk rock chick, and she was going to college, and her name was Jeannie, and she was going to college at NC State, and we met, and we connected on music and whatnot. We dated for a while, and I remember going to her apartment when I had all these horrible warts on my hands and getting them burned off and cut off, and I would be in so much pain, but she would let me come over to her room, and I would just kind of sit on the floor, do a bunch of morphine, and just kind of like veg out on morphine and not think about the pain in my hands. But I think of all that I went through for the warts, but then they just go away by themselves. Eventually, that virus or that whatever that is that causes the warts just leaves your system, and it's gone. And I guess it can come back, but at some point it just went away, and I never had warts again. Knock on wood. You just broke your leg that recently, Cardinal? What is going on? Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry to hear that, man. What were you doing that you broke your appendages, your limbs? What's going on, man? I had driveway drinks. Peter says, I had driveway drinks with my neighbors the other day, and the guy across the street tilted his head when I mentioned Devo. He was a Neil Young fan. Oh, so he was familiar that Neil Young and Devo worked together. Because, most Neil Young fans that I've met, they have no idea that happened. I know you don't watch TV, but you should check out Mr. Robot. Well, I don't have a working TV, so impossible. I have a Coke addiction. Joanne, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. You're talking about the Coca-Cola, and that's if you're comparing addictions, it's not too much better than having a cocaine addiction, although it is cheaper. But it's not good for you. I quit drinking sodas in February. I have not really had sodas since then. You know, every now and then I have to get a ginger ale or something here at the house to give myself a little spritz, but I never drink Cokes or Mountain Dews or any of that stuff I used to drink. All that caffeine and sugar. Try to stay away from that. Sure has helped my my waistline. Mr. Robot is available on streaming on Amazon. Yeah, but I don't even do Amazon. I barely even buy anything on Amazon. I'm just not. I'm not an internet person unless it's for work, right? I'm not. I don't buy a lot on Amazon. I don't buy a lot online in general. I don't buy music online typically. I'm just not that guy. Oh, Doog. Hey, thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Much love. Rock and roll gods bless you. All that stuff. I appreciate you guys coming back and seeing more streams. And, you know, even when I'm not offering quality content. Like tonight is just a shoot the crap kind of night, right? But we will end this fairly soon. How many more minutes we have, Cardinal, on our 30 minutes? I can't remember. I'm just running out of stuff to talk about. Cardinal Sin, do you have Amazon Prime? No, Cardinal, I don't have Amazon anything. I do not buy enough on Amazon to have Amazon Prime. Every now and then I'll buy some LP mailers or some kind of like shaving product that I can't find anywhere else or whatever. Every now and then, every few months maybe, I'll buy something on Amazon, but it's certainly not. I know most people buy stuff on Amazon every week, they're always buying stuff. I just don't buy a lot of stuff. I'm not your typical consumer. First of all, I can't afford to be. Second of all, I can do without a whole lot of stuff. I don't really need a whole lot. So, no, I don't have Amazon Prime. I don't have Amazon anything. Got any more Funko dolls? No, Aurora, did you see that video? No, that guy that I met and we discussed music, he sent me this really cool gift of all those Funkos. It was my first Pop figures. I think the Funko figures are called Pop, vinyl figures, right? Anyway, my first ones ever. I've seen them, of course, over the years, and every now and then they make one that really appeals to me as far as being a music fan or whatever. And for him to send me all those Iron Maiden ones and the Gene Simmons and the whole band of Duran Duran, that was so cool of him, man, so cool. So much respect to Funko, and I now have a Funko collection instantly. Boom, Funko collection. I tried to get the DJ Lance Rock Funko. I really wanted that one because I'm friends with DJ Lance, and he's such a sweet guy. I really wanted to Funko with DJ Lance, but they said that was long gone. It was hard to find. It was a lot of money if you want to try to buy one somewhere. So I did not get the Funko Pop DJ Lance Rock, unfortunately. Cardinal Sin says, if you buy more than one thing a month, you'll save money. Yeah, but I don't buy things on Amazon or eBay. I don't buy things online once a month. I just don't. I very rarely buy things online, so it wouldn't make sense for me to have an Amazon Prime. It really wouldn't. If I send you, I don't have a working DVD player. I don't have a television. I don't have a thing that plays DVDs and a screen to watch it. I just don't. Tim's back. Tim, we had a big discussion about you and your channel that you're going to start. Sophia, do you want to fill him in on what we've been talking about? Because he was absent for a while. Tim, you totally missed the whole discussion we had about you. Everybody voted, and we have decided what you're going to do with your YouTube channel, okay? So, Sophia, you can drop that knowledge. Michael, I have a computer, Cardinal. I only use it for work. I don't really ever, it's just weird. I'm such a weirdo, you guys. And I say this a lot. I'm kind of like the black sheep socially of people. I don't watch movies. When I want to relax and not work and piss time away or whatever people do, I don't look at a screen. I don't buy stuff online. I don't watch movies. I don't play video games. I go take a walk, or I pet my cats, or I look through my records or listen to CDs, or I just, going to a screen is not my thing that I do when I'm trying to not work, right? So usually when I'm looking at a screen, I'm working. Old concert photos, clowns, insects. Yep, that's what I have. So Tim, you're going to have to do the Clown Hate channel. I don't know why you keep telling me I can do the drama channel. You're about the drama, dude. You're about the hate and the clown. You're always hating on the clown. You got to step it up, and you have to start your own clown hate channel. Tim Nolan's clown hate channel. Okay, okay, it's just that Mr. Robot would be right up your alley. I'll say what's right up my alley is Mr. Roboto, that tour. When I saw that Styx tour, I was a kid that had been to a lot of rock shows at that point. I'd seen Ozzy, Van Halen, AC/DC, Twisted Sister, huge bands and huge stadium rock shows. But when I saw that Styx Mr. Roboto tour, it was so bizarre because here I am in the front row. I'm looking up on the stage, and there's Styx, doing their thing, playing the, rock and roll Styx songs. But then all of a sudden, these, these, these guys dressed like robots come out, start shooting lasers at each other. It became like a Star Wars movie on stage. And then after all that, the singer, what's his name, comes down and sits at this grand piano and does like a ballad, right? After all the lasers are flying. I just thought it was the most bizarre rock concert I'd ever seen. I was kind of put off by the piano part, and I thought the sci-fi part of it was really silly and hilarious. Because my rock and roll was more like about blood and bats and like Gene Simmons and Ozzy and that kind of stuff. So when these robots came out and started doing their shtick, their little it was like a theatrical performance, right? It was actors on stage with fake laser guns. It was ridiculous to me. I really enjoyed it. I still have my tour shirt from that show. What? I'm a weirdo. Yeah, I'm a weirdo. Ann, you got something you want to fight? You want to fight the clown, Ann? I'll get the clown to fight you. I don't care. Tim, look, I want you to know how people feel here. And people feel that you need your own channel, right? You don't need to be giving me advice on my channel. You need your own clown hate channel, okay? Tim Nolan's clown hate channel. I think everybody here would subscribe to that, wouldn't they? Right? Got any old Blondie stories? Not old Blondie stories. I didn't really meet the people in Blondie until around 2010, 2011. So I can't. I have a good Blondie story. One time when we were on tour with Blondie, when Devo was on tour with Blondie, I was, of course, Devo's wardrobe person. So I was basically always in the dressing room. That was my headquarters. That was where all the wardrobe cases were. And so that's where I kind of spent my time. And that's also just happens to be where Chris and Debbie of Blondie were spending their time, was back in the dressing room area. So we talked a lot. And I remember thinking before the tour started that I wanted to show up with something to give them, a gift. If I happened to meet them and I happened to get along with Debbie and Chris, I wanted to give them something. So I remember going through my vintage pinback collection that I had since I was a kid. And I pulled out these 4 or 5 really cool vintage Blondie pins. One of them was a shaped plastic logo Blondie and kind of in this 3-dimensional or kind of in relief Blondie. Anyway, I had these 4 or 5 really cool vintage Blondie pins. And so at some point I went up to Debbie and I was like, look, I don't know if you are into collecting your own stuff or if you keep this kind of thing, but I have these vintage Blondie pins and I'm totally willing to give them to you because if you want them more than I want them, then you should have them. And she was like, oh yeah, I totally collect all that stuff. And so I gave them to her, and then she gave me a couple of gifts. She gave me a Blondie chapstick that was still sealed in the package, and can't remember the other thing she gave me. A pin from the recent tour or something, or a recent promotional thing. And so that was cool. And then she let me stick I Threw Up stickers on her wardrobe case, which was cool. I enjoyed that. All right, so Peter Graves, I enjoyed this chat too. It's a nice escape. Thanks, Peter Graves. Cardinal's talking about tipping, I think. Cardinal's trying to get Peter Graves to send a tip in the super chat. Cardinal, thank you for being my pimp, pimping me out there. I appreciate it. Those. It seems ridiculous that $2 here and there would make a difference to me, but I really appreciate that stuff, and it makes me feel like I'm doing something that's not a waste of time. I'm actually getting something out of it monetarily, a little bit, not a lot, but just that little bit makes me know that I'm not just doing this to do it, right? I'm doing this because it actually helps me feed the stray cat outside, or keep my cats happy, keep my bills paid, and it's much appreciated. Those little tiny tips, $2 and $5, very much appreciated, people. I appreciate it. So let's. I'm carrying the super chats all by myself. I know, Cardinal, you're always there, and we appreciate you very much. Um, but the super chats are not the reason I do this, of course, but it's a nice little perk to say, oh, look, every 2 months I make $100 off of YouTube. That's pretty good. I mean, that pays something. And I'm still wrestling with unemployment. There's two things I've tried to get. I've tried to get regular unemployment benefits, which I keep getting shot down because when I initially tried to sign up on the website, I didn't understand something and I uploaded the wrong document and blah, blah, blah. And then there's this other thing called the PUA, I believe it is. I forget what that stands for, but it's basically another option for people like me who work for themselves, who are private contractors in the music industry, to get a little something. So then I try to fill out all this stuff, and I called somebody on the phone and talked with them, and they've walked me through, signing up for everything, and did what I could. I don't know if I got approved for that yet or not, but that sure would help, right? I'm taking you out social distance drinking when I sell my condo. All right, Ann, I'm ready. Let's go to the beach. Ann, did you ever talk about that in the chat here? Because I want to go to the beach. Blondie was and is fantastic. That's right, Sophia. Shredded ankle. I like that term, shredded ankle. Maybe we should start a band, Gil. Let's start a punk band called Shredded Ankle. Our first song can be called Morphine is a Kick. Morphine is sweet. All right, so Andy, Mike can take the clown to the beach. Tim is fixated on that clown, man. You and that clown are going to get married, Tim. I can just predict it. Chris is one of my Facebook friends. Yep, he's really cool. One of those people that never grew up. I got a cool story about Chris of Blondie. There was one time I went to a show, and after the show, I went to the tour bus, and Chris and his wife invited me on, and I gave Chris, I'd given Chris some I Threw Up stickers in the past, and he always remembered me as not the Devo guy, but the I Threw Up sticker guy, right? So I'm in the tour bus with him and his wife, and we're just chatting, and he mentions the stickers, and I was like, oh, totally forgot I have something in my pocket for you. And I gave him this little, it's a die-cast pin of the I Threw Up bubble. Really nice little, almost like looks like kind of like a cufflink pin or something, but it's a little cool metal die-cast pin. And he immediately put it on, and he was really into it. He loves the I Threw Up project for some reason. So that's where I really connect with Chris, is on the I Threw Up thing for some reason. But I haven't seen them in years, and I wish I could see them. They were supposed to tour or do something this year. Of course, I think all that got put aside during pandemic because of the pandemic, but I was really looking forward to seeing them this year. So I think, Cardinal, have I given you your 30 minutes that you desired? I'm really trying to stay entertaining here, but I can tell people are dropping off the chat here, and trying to get my chat to work. I did something wrong. Hold on a second here. There we go. Now I can see everything. I got dibs on the drums. Okay, you can play drums. I can't play drums. What's the protocol for becoming a musician at Devotional? Well, typically you reach out to Nick and or me. If you reach out to me, I pass it on to Nick. Nick pretty much makes all the decisions on what bands are going to play. I put in my 2 cents there, but he handles that for the most part. Let's see. Ann Hayes just sent me a something message. I can't check it right now, Ann, but I will as soon as I get off this thing. As soon as I get off this thing. Yeah, you can play drums, Cardinal. I want guitar. I want to play the 1 power chord. I feel like spiders are all over me all of a sudden. Sophia, I have dibs on bass. Oh, yeah, let's play. Oh, you can play bass, Sophia, for sure. The really handsome, good-looking Nick. You mean Nick Ciasillo? He's handsome and good looking. All right. All right. You go for it, Cardinal. You go for it, my friend. Um, Tim's talking about hoes and clowns all the time. That's all Tim thinks about is hoes and clowns. It's really weird. It's a good one. The thing you just sent me, Ann? Okay, well, I can't check it because my phone's over here with the camera rolling, so I can't. Spiders in Michael's room. Hey, hey. I know at least one of them. I haven't seen him running around, but blah, I'm getting, I'm getting a little freaked out because he did bite, something bit the back of my leg while we were sitting here, so not cool. Ho's mad, Tim. Ho's mad. Tim is ho mad. Tim is mad about the hose. All right, Joanne, you got to convince Tim to start his own channel, right? He sure does give me a lot of advice on mine. He should start his own. Right, Sophia? You have your own channel. Tim should start his own. My new shield. Oh, you sent a picture of your new shield. Okay, cool. Why, Joanne? Why Tim should start his own channel? Because he needs to hate on the clown on his own channel. Not here. No clown hating here. Okay, Cardinal Sen, figured out my new webcam. Okay, good. So you figured out the feedback problem on the camera. Okay, yeah, I'm not using the software StreamYard or whatever it's called to do this, so I can't have guests on right now. I have to use my laptop to stream when I use that guest software. The thing I've noticed is my laptop's microphone is way less cool than my phone's microphone. So I don't get as great of audio through my laptop as I do my phone. But the price we pay for doing the StreamYard thing. Album title, Hate on the Clowns. No, there's no hate on the clowns. No, we love the clowns. Tim's album is called Hate on the Clowns. We don't hate on the clowns here. There's no clown hate. No clown hate here. Absolutely no clown hate. And you know, if Joanne was a moderator here, she would be banning Tim for talking smack about the clown, wouldn't you, Joanne? Wouldn't you? Mm-hmm. All right, Cardinal. Since you're my super chat pimp, tell me if I think have we been 30 minutes yet? Tell me when I can shut this down, Cardinal. Because I'm running out of things. I don't know what to talk about anymore. The spider done bit me. I couldn't find him. I showed you the photos. I'm drinking the wine. It's almost gone. I don't know what else to do. Can you recommend a good, easy, cheap, free software for video editing? No. I barely know how to do it myself. What I use to edit my videos, surprisingly, is a program that comes with Windows. It's just called Photos. It's a photo editing program, but there's also an option to do video. And I can take, two separate videos and merge them together with that program. I can also add text. I could do all that stuff with just the basic Photos app or program or whatever in Windows. That's what I use. All the other ones I've tried to use. Oh, thank you, Cardinal. Thank you. You're very sweet. All the things I've tried to use to edit videos, like things I've downloaded from other websites, turn out to be those things that you can use them for 30 days or a week and then they expire, or it's something where you put it on your computer and it's free software, but then it litters your computer with other crap and pop-up windows. And so I've never found a really great, totally free, able to use it forever program to edit videos. So I just use the Photos thing in Windows. No, but the Photos program, Cardinal, the Photos app or program in Windows, and it's just called Photos. Like if I go to a JPEG image and I go to, options to open with, like open with Photoshop, open with whatever, one of the options is this program called Photos. Really basic photo editing program, but it's also got a video project option in it. So you can go to video project and then it'll ask you to open a video or bring a video file in. And then you can drag it into the editing field and you can edit the video just like, I guess, other software lets you. And there's not a whole lot of whiz bang in it, it's just adding simple text or, merging two things together, editing out stuff, real basic stuff. But that's what I found works for me because it doesn't time out. I can use it for free forever, and whatever. Michael's always been a hard name. Oh, it's okay. I'm not sweating. I'm not sweating it. You can call me whatever you want. Really, I really don't care. Um, yeah, yeah. The program is called Photos. If I think about it, Cardinal, I'll send you a screenshot of what I see on my Windows computer. It might only be a Windows thing. I don't know if you use a Mac or what you use, but it's a program called Photos. That's all I know. I'm not the technical computer whiz guy, that's for sure. Mhm. I only use computers in my life because I have to. I'm sure if I was infinitely wealthy, didn't need to work, I would be on the computer not very much. I would be at the beach the whole time with cats. I would be with cats or at the beach, and I would not be around a computer very much. That's just my nature. So there you have it. Let's see what I've missed in the chat here. Anything? No, seems to be going okay. So we got a clown hater in the chat. We're trying to change his ways or get him to go to his own clown hate channel. That's one thing we've been discussing today. We did see some rock and roll photos from my collection. I do have more that I could pull out at another time if you enjoyed that little thing. What I can't get my head around is how to get the camera to focus on those photos. Were any of those photos, actually viewable to you when I held them up to the camera? Give me some feedback there, because I don't know if that actually works or not. I don't know if it's just a big blurry mess when you see it or what. I agree with Cardinal, but I'm getting tired, and I'm old. You're not. Okay, you're old, and you were old, but when you were 21, you were old. You've been old since 21. After we're 21, we're over the hill. Okay, I've seen photos, but I haven't had a Windows 10 machine for a little while. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have any preference over. I just use what's free, basically. Whatever computer somebody gives me to use, I will use it. Mac, Windows, whatever. But it's easier for me to use Windows because all of my software is Windows, and I'm just used to using Windows. All the key shortcuts and stuff. I'm not used to Mac. All of them. All of them. Peter, I can't remember what you're commenting on. All of them. Scan them and share screen. Yeah, but I know, but that takes a lot of pre-work. These photos literally were grabbed out of a photo album 30 minutes, 30 or 45 minutes or an hour before I did the stream, I think. I didn't have too much time to prepare. Joanne would do that to you, Tim, if the clown demanded that she did that to you. Joanne follows direction of the clown, as most people here do. People here respect the clown. Okay, they were all visible. Thank you, Peter. I was trying to see if they, could focus a little more, because for my old eyes, they weren't really focused, but that could just be my eyes. And I haven't had my glasses prescription updated in years. I'm trying to get that to happen. But with the pandemic thing and the COVID thing, a lot of eye places, the ones that would accept my insurance, aren't open right now, so I'm kind of trying to figure that out. Scan the ones we want to show us next week. I don't know. But then I have to use the StreamYard thing to do that, to share screen. This is not the place for clown hate. No place is the place for clown hate except for Tim's own channel. Okay. Cardinal, Peter, Sophia, Ann, Tim, all my friends here, I'm going to have to go soon. I have to feed the stray cat outside. I have to feed my cats. And yeah, so I'm going to be leaving this thing here. Oh, Sophia, don't cry. Wait. Okay, what? Cardinal, I'm not going to go right this minute. I'm still going to finish this, but I'm just running out of steam here. It's been almost 2 hours. And I'm just running out. The clown is giving me hints that he's getting tired too. He's been sitting still like that forever. You got to respect him for that. He's really been in position and smiling the whole time. I mean, who can keep a smile like that for that long? That's skill. That is skill. Hey, Ann, bye. See you later. See you at the beach, hopefully. Come on, let's get that beach thing together. I'm dying to go to the beach. Gee, many crickets. Hey, thanks for all the likes, everybody. If you haven't given me a little thumbs up on the video, please do before you leave. Um, and Sophia's got her product placement. Cardinal's got his product placement. Everybody, place your products in the chat. Just go for it. As long as it's not clown hate related, you can place your products. Does the clown have some kind of antisocial condition? No, he's just a crochet clown. I mean, as antisocial as crochet clowns are, they're kind of weirdos in this society. There's not a whole lot of them, so they are kind of outcasts. But I wouldn't consider him antisocial necessarily. He's social with his own kind, weirdos like me. So yeah, he's okay. The clown's all right. I don't mind living with that clown. That clown can be my roommate for the rest of my life, as far as I'm concerned. He's good. He's good. His mouth is sewn shut. Well, it actually doesn't really have a mouth. He just has a piece of yarn representing a mouth. But I know what you're saying, Abnorm. I know what you're getting at. I just realized I didn't eat dinner. I'm sitting here going, wow, I'm feeling kind of hungry. Oh, yeah, I didn't eat dinner. Well, skip dinner for the day then. That's okay. That'll help my waistline. Whoa, Cardinal Sin. Thank you, Cardinal. May the rock and roll gods bless you, right? I appreciate that. That's very sweet of you. No problem, Cardinal. I'll give you 30 minutes whenever I can. But I'm kind of low on content today. I keep feeling spiders bite me. Kind of low on content today, and you'll go have breakfast. Okay. I usually have breakfast, just to let you know, Cardinal. I'm having breakfast typically by 5:36 in the morning. That's when I have breakfast. I'm a weirdo. Okay, Tim and Cardinal, all my buddies here, I really, really appreciate you. If you don't know that already, just know that I appreciate you guys coming to join me on these things every week. Sometimes I have nice stuff to present to you. Sometimes I'm just flailing, but it's okay. We're all going to get through this together, meaning, the chat. And we're all going to get through this stream together, We're going to make it to the end, which is very soon. Hey, Wah 27, have a nice night yourself. Maiko, number 9. You have a great night. Everybody have a great night. Everybody, please pay attention the next few days here. I will be uploading some new stuff, videos and such, maybe an unboxing. There's some things planned. I'm just waiting for other things to happen before I can do those things. So, happy Thursday, everybody. Duty now for the future, Sophia. Now more than ever. Cheers, Ian. Thanks for hanging out for the whole stream. Tim, I'll talk to you later. Last little gulp of wine for you guys, okay? And I'm going to go chase this spider with this dome. Get that thing handled. Much love. May the rock and roll gods bless ye, all of ye. And I'll see you next week. Bye.